Okay, this one's another tricky one. It's problem number 6 on the test version A. On test B it was 4, on test C it was 26, and on D it was 28. And it says in the diagram, G to J is congruent to L to J, and it says H to J is congruent to K to J. And we notice that the second set aren't the same length necessarily as the first set that were given to us. Okay, a couple things we should note right away is we have some vertical angles here, right here, and right here. We have another set across from each other right here and right here. Okay, so that helps us out here. Now the real problem is, and I've got the first statement here, is this one is not congruent. You can clearly see that this top triangle, H to K to J, is not the same as G to J to L. That one is much bigger. The second one is much bigger than the first one, so they're not congruent. They're probably similar but not congruent. So I'm going to say that one is not true. So that statement is not true, so we can cross it off, and we already got one of our choices eliminated. Now we've got some other information here, and we've seen this in a previous problem. I don't know if you needed to correct it, but we can say that the triangle HJG is congruent to KJL by side angle side. So I'm going to erase those out here, and I'm going to write that. Triangle HJG is congruent to triangle KJL. And if you still don't see it by side angle side, I'll just highlight some things here and then I'll erase it by side angle side. So if I go here, we can see there's a side matching up with the side. That's our first S. We've got these vertical angles that are touching those sides, and then we've got another side pair that are on the other side of the angle but touching it, so that's our side angle side. Okay, so we've got one answer we eliminated, one we got, but there could be multiple here. Okay, so I matched up a couple things here. First of all, these sides were the same by CP/CTC. This angle and this angle were the same by CP/CTC. This green one up top and this one were the same by CP/CTC. And then a little trick here, this double purple and this double purple were the same because by the base angles theorem. So these two sides, so let me erase some of this stuff so you can see better. So if you go like this, these sides were the same. So their opposite angles by the base angles theorem were also the same. So I'll put 2 marks there and 2 marks there. So I've got that, and that's going to help us a lot. And then I'm going to save us some time here I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to draw the 2 triangles, this triangle here and this triangle. I'm going to draw them down here. Okay? So I started transferring some of the information here, and I saved some time, and so I've got some more things to do. Like, for instance, this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks right there, and this side here is right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A couple other things to note. They both shared HK, so that's a set of sides. They both, this was, I forgot to write it down here, but it was an L here, KL and HG, so that's a set of sides. And then you've got G to K. G to K goes from here and then here, so that's here and then here. And H to K goes from here, or H to L goes from here to here. Okay, so I'm going to erase all that. Okay, so it turns out this is the same as this. There's another set of sides. So those triangles are the same by SSS. Okay. The last answer choice asked about triangle GHL, G to H to L. and triangle LKG. LK to G. We want those two triangles. Okay, so I redrew them down here, but I've got to transfer the information. First of all, they both share G to H and K to L are both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long. 5 there. Okay, so that's an S. Okay, they both share H to L and G to K are the same. This has a 1 mark and then a 2 mark. This has a 1 mark and then a 2 mark, so that's another S. Now they were divided right in here, and divided in here where those two pieces met, but they both share that. Okay, so that's an S. And then the last thing is they both share G to L. Well, G to L is the same as itself, so that's the final S. And so we know that this is also true. So we've actually got 3 answers here. We've got this, and we've got this by SSS and by SSS.